Hi guys, and welcome to Drone Mesh. So today we're going to be taking a look at part 2, which is the F40 Pro V2 from the low KV motor Shootout. Now, if you missed the first part, I highly recommend you go check it out. I'll leave a link to it down below, and I'll have this set up in a playlist. Now, this second part is the F40. The first part was the Emax Lite, and the third is going to be the Xt60 low KV. Now, on the next part, which will be the final part of this series, we are going to take a look at the Xt60 as well as have all of them compared and beautifully graphed so we could take a look at the data and seeing what's best and what's not. So let's get started with the testing results from the F40 Pro. Now, before I begin, this was the best motor in terms of heat. So it had the lowest temperature, always had the lowest temperature. The only time I really smelled something was on the last test. It was the 6S 6-inch prop. Just a tiny whiff of, that motor burning, that smell. But nothing compared to the Emax. The Emax was basically almost blown. I don't even think it'll work if I put it back on the quad. All right, so let's get started. So I've done the tests with 3 props and 3 voltages. Each prop ran 3 voltages. So for example, the King Kong 5045 tri-blades, I ran it from a 4S to a 6S. The Dal RC 5046 tri-blades from 4S to a 6S. And the King Kong 6040, they're the 2-blade, bi-blade, not tri-blade, from a 4S to a 6S. So let's get started. Now, let's go ahead and check out the King Kong first. So at thrust, we pulled, which is almost unflyable, 500 grams of thrust at 14 amps. So it's pretty efficient, but you're not going anywhere. You're just going to be on the floor depending on how big your quad is or how heavy. So yeah, this one is not a very good setup at all. It wouldn't even be recommended. Now, if we move down to the 5S 5045 tri-blades, these are 5-inch props. It's a little bit better. It's 830 grams at 20 amps and 500 grams at 10 amps, 75% throttle. So this, it's still, I don't think it would be very flyable. I'll give it a test in real life once I set it up. We'll see how that goes. So that'll be pretty interesting. Now let's talk about the 6S, because this is what they're meant for. A 5-inch prop 6S, and they're also meant for, what is it? They're also meant for the 4S 6-inch prop. So this is kind of its territory. This is where we're supposed to see the best performance output. So let's take a look here. We have 1 kilogram. This is a 5-inch prop running a 6S LiPo. We get 1 kilogram of thrust, which is 1,000 grams of thrust at 26 amps. That's pretty damn efficient. That's very good. But if we take a look here, because you're not always running 100% throttle, if we take a look at 75% throttle and even 50% throttle, it's not that good. It's really not. It's pretty efficient at 75% throttle here, 40% efficiency. But if you take a look here at 700 grams, it's okay. 700 grams is all right. But, nowadays, that no one's going to be really happy with 700 grams of thrust. But at 13 amps of current, it's pretty damn good. So it's pretty efficient. It might fly a while, actually. I need to pick up some 6S LiPos to have that tested. That's going to be pretty interesting. So here it seems okay. Maybe a long range build would probably work. I cannot say really until I really go ahead and test it in real world. But the data shows that it's very possible to have some kind of a long range and long flight time here. Now let's take a look at the Dal 5046 tri-blades. Now on 4S, we got a maximum of 611 grams of thrust at 15 amps, which is very good. It's very efficient. But you're not going to fly. Look at this, 362 grams at 7.5 amps. So, I don't think it'll be flying anywhere really. So yeah, this is out the window. I think the Emax did a little bit better with the 4Ss, because also when I tested this KV, it was a lot higher. It was like 2100 kV on the Emax, and it was rated for 1900 kV. This one, the T motor here, when I tested its KV, it's rated for 1600 kV. It's supposed to be 1600 kV. It was giving me 1800 kV. It was giving me 1800 1800 kV plus or minus 4 kVs. So 1800. So it's 200 kV more than they're stating, but that's okay, I guess. Now let's take a look here. So now we have the Dal 5046 tri-blades running a 5S. So this is going to be pretty interesting, hopefully. Now we have here, we can see the thrust was a maximum of, let's just say 890 grams at 22 amps. So that's good, yes. But 75% throttle, we really need to concentrate about 75% throttle and the 50% throttle, because most of the time when you're flying, you're not going to be punching at 100% throttle the whole time. So it's still, I don't think it'll be really flyable. I mean, like to have fun with, but it'll probably be good for long range. But to be honest, I don't even know if it'll even be lifted up off the ground, because one motor, if at 50% throttle, one motor, if your quad is around, let's just say 500 grams, it's I don't think it'll be good. I need to test this. I've never tested it in the real life, so I really cannot answer that. But when we jump to the 6S, it's a different story. Because this is what it's meant for. So we got a 5046 tri-blade. The Dell on a 6S was pulling, we could say 1,168 grams of thrust, which is very good, at 28 amps of current, which is pretty damn awesome, actually. This is very good. But now let's jump to the 75% throttle. 752 grams, it's pretty good, at 14 amps of current, which is very, very good, actually. This looks like a nice first sweet spot for this motor. A 5046 tri-blades on a 6S looks, I think, better than the King Kong. They're the same. They're the same. But I would go for that little extra 200 grams of thrust for 2 amps. I'd definitely trade just 2 amps for an extra 200 grams of thrust. That's very good. So I would totally do that there. So overall, that's pretty good right there. And yeah, here's the RPM if you're ever curious. It's right there for you. All right, so now let's jump to these 6-inch props. Now, this is the King Kong 6040 bi-blade, which means it's a 2-propeller, not 3-propeller. 2-blade, not a 3-blade propeller. There we go. So let's just check the 4S, because this is its territory right now. We're hitting this motor's territory, and it doesn't look good. It does not look good at all. 757 grams at 17 amps. That doesn't seem good at all. I mean, at all. But it's okay. We'll give it that. Less than 500 grams at 8 amps. It's also not that great. So here, I wouldn't personally set it up here. That doesn't look like a nice little sweet spot to have fun with and be kind of efficient at the same time. If we take a look here, 6-inch prop on 5S, it's doing a little bit better. So we're getting around 1,150 grams of thrust here at a roughly 25 amps, which is pretty good. But if we take a look at the 75% throttle here, you're going to be getting roughly 700 grams at 12 amps, which is still pretty okay. And that explains why its temperature wasn't skyrocketing like the other motors. So this is okay here. I was expecting a little bit more, to be honest. But I guess, it's the lowest KV of them all. I mean, what do we expect here? What about the torque? The torque isn't even that crazy wow. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move to the 6-inch 6S test here. So as we can see here, we pulled 1.5 kilograms of thrust, which is 1,500 grams of thrust at 32 amps. So 32 amps, that's very good. That is very good. I've seen motors pull 1.5 kilograms of thrust at 50 amps, 44 amps, so 32 amps is good. You're still within your 35 amp ESC. And 75% throttle. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. 900 grams for 16 amps of current. That is insane. That's crazy. But yeah, how much does a battery weigh anyways? But anyways, this looks like a sweet spot to me, because look at this, 1.5 kilograms for 32 amps. That's very good. Very good. I definitely need to set this motor up, and I have all 3 of them, so we're going to test them on the 7-inch build. There's some people are even saying to do 3S 7-inch props. So we'll see. I need to get my hands on 7-inch props to kind of do those tests, and it'll be pretty interesting. So something I want you guys to know about every single motor test that I've done on this channel. I have done every single motor test with one ESC without a single hiccup, with just stressing it so much with all these motors, and it's still performing rock solid. And its temperature is right there all the way on the right in each motor, and that is the Tico 32 not the 4-in-1, the normal Tico 32 ESC. I still have not put it back on my quad because I don't trust any other ESC to do these tests. It can get the full performance without a jitter, without a hiccup. And you know, one day I'll show you guys the jitters and hiccups from crappy ESCs, what I mean. That ESC is just insane. I'm telling you, this is my go-to ESC, no joke. And I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. Excuse me. All right, so here the results seem this is a true low kV motor, because the Emax Lite was pulling 2100 kV, so it's basically a 2300 kV 2207 motor. The Emax was, but to hold down a 6-inch 6S wasn't very good on that motor. This one seems like it will. It did get kind of toasty, but that toastiness could go away while you're flying, and I think you'll be getting almost full power on a 6-inch 6S setup with this motor, because it's just 30 amps of current, and the current will be less while you're flying, so your battery will possibly be able to give you every single amp you need to get that full 1.5 kilograms or maybe 1.2 kilograms, which is rarely the case in 2306 motors, because sometimes, you know, 1.5 kilograms is each motor is pulling 50 amps, you know, and when you're flying, let's just say, okay, you reduce 10 amps, it's still 40 amps, it's 120 amps in total. So yeah, this motor seems pretty good. Here's the testing results. I don't know how good it is just yet. We just have to put all the data together and look at it next to each other, and that'll be in the upcoming video with the X-Foot motor. And well, that's going to conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys liked this video, enjoyed this video. It also helped you. I would also like to ask you to consider joining my Patreon. Help me support this channel and to keep it going, as these testing are getting much more difficult and much more expensive. And it'd be very great if you guys could also support this channel to bring in more data like this and more testing. I also do giveaways, so you don't just, you know, support the channel, you also have a chance to win something. I'm also designing a couple new frames. I'll be giving those even randomly without even announcing giveaways, other than the 2 giveaways, and just pick random people and just send it to you guys. And your possibilities of winning on Patreon is very good because I don't have that many. So this month I think is a Jeb RC Sparrow and a couple frames or something, or ESCs. I don't know just yet, but the Sparrow is on the list right now. And yeah, you can also use affiliate links down below. Those greatly support the channel, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Every time you share, it really helps to support the channel. Also, it helps it grow and brings all kinds of, you know, opportunities down the way, hopefully. And that's gonna conclude it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. See you guys. Take care.